Morning, everybody. I told you guys I was going to be doing some impromptu lives. Let's see. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to see if this mic can pick up from all the way over here. I hope it can. But we're going to do the thing, okay? Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Colleen. Hello, Angel. Yes, I'm doing some impromptus this week. Just playing around, trying to catch up because I wanted to talk to you guys about the paper pizza retreat that I went on earlier in the month. Okay, and I want to talk to you about what to bring with you and the things that I forgot. Yes, your girl forgot some major stuff, okay? So if you are tuning in here and you're lurking or whatever, and you might not know who I am your girl Stephanie, aka Sassy Steph of Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. I pray that all of you are doing well on today, okay? Again, as I said, let me slow it down. Let me grab my drink, okay? It's always in a lie when you forget something. My drink. I want to tell you guys about this paper piece and retreat. It was a retreat at a quilt shop, but it was not the kind of retreat that you go and you stay, you can quilt all times of the night that you want to. It wasn't that kind of retreat. It was from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Then you go back to your hotel and then you come back. But the next day, she let us stay. She came in an hour earlier, and we were able to stay a lot later. Honey, a girl got hungry. That trumps sewing, okay? So we went to go get something to eat because I had my husband with me, and I wanted to spend some time with him away as well. Okay. Hey, what's that, girl? Yes. So if you did not know, I went on a 3-day paper piecing retreat. It was so much fun. I was working on the Judy Niemeyer Sandstone Spires quilt. I'm going to stand up and let you guys get a good look at the pattern. Very, very, very pretty. Mine, you don't have to worry about any of the commands or anything like that because I did not, this was impromptu, so you don't have to worry because none of the commands are going to work. So this paper piece, and this was my first Judy Niemeyer pattern that I was attempting to try, okay? Now, this retreat, it was done by a certified instructor. Her name was Judy Rains. And again, you could bring any paper piecing project and she was going to be able to walk you through it. I mean, this lady has over 15 Judy Niemeyer quilts under her belt, not to mention others by other people, okay? So, yeah, she was well qualified, more than qualified to teach this class. Now, just so we can go and get the elephant out the room so I can put this stuff away, this was the block that I made in that class, and yes, it took me all 3 days to make. Your girl was sick, and the instructor was sick. We was both a hot mess, okay? But we got through this one piece. I have not done anything since then because I do not want to start this quilt because I know how I am. I'm going to want to work through it completely, nonstop. So as you can see, I have my 4-star general border sitting up here. I'm working on that, and then the quilt that I'll be working on with you guys on Friday. Once I get these two completely pieced, then I can go back to concentrating on this baby right here. I did, hold on, we're losing stuff. How you had to organize everything in a binder. She taught us about that, the use of the Ziploc bags, how important They were to keep you organized. If you follow the Yvette Renee, she does these. She went through these steps as well. This is the pieces to complete these stars. It's a total of 8. So I have 7 more of these to make, and then it goes to the outside and all that kind of stuff. And what I love about Judy is that she did give us her phone number, her email. We can text her, call her, whatever, to help us once we get stuck. So great class. Some of the people were, little, just with every class, just with everything you do. There's some people who's gonna be a little bit off. And then and some people were great. Now, he's just coming because he heard me pat my legs. There was this one lady who decided to take this retreat as if she was going to learn paper piecing. This was not the class for you to do that. Okay, Vincent, go settle. And you kennel. Kennel, thank you. Don't tell me no. Yeah, so when he does that, when it's sneezing, that's mean he's cussing. Don't play that. Yeah, so she was in there, so that was kind of frustrating because she was stopping the flow from the instructor trying to continue, the flow of like if someone needed just a little bit of help. Now this was my first Judy Niemeyer, but I did know paper piecing, and that was a huge difference. So I knew what I was doing, and I studied that pattern from the beginning to the end for almost over 7 months. So I knew what I was doing. I just wasn't sure about how to put, especially this diamond piece together. Yeah, it was a little bit tricky. Hey, Miss Topaz. Hi, Monkey Mary. Hey, Sherlock Souls. Yes, yes. So, guys, and I learned how to do, yeah, you guys see dancing. Learn how to cut through 18 layers of fabric at one time. Where is it? This thing at? These pieces, when we laid the strips out, oh my God, it was 18 layers thick. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. She was like, trust the process. And I was like, 18 layers of fabric we had to cut. And when I tell you it was easy, just as easy as cutting one piece of fabric, I was like, oh, and then I had to do it like 3 or 4 times. And I was like, oh, I got this. Now that thing has shifted, I would have been mad. But it was really easy. It was really fun. It built up my confidence a lot. And I was truly, 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 truly happy. Yes, 18 pieces of fabric. It was crazy. And she said, you can do it. So, and of course you had to use a 60 millimeter rotary cutter. Just make sure you got a fresh blade, and it was easy. Really, really easy. So let's quickly go through the things that you will need to take with you. And I'm going to talk about the things that I forgot. So, of course, you're going to need a sewing machine. Make sure it is in good working condition. Don't go in there talking about, can anybody got an extra sewing machine? If you need an extra sewing machine, make sure you have already prearranged that with someone like the instructor or like in my case, it was a quilt shop. Maybe they have rentals. Have that in play. In my case here, I do have my travel machine. Also, bring along with you an extension cord. This was one of the things I forgot. And when I got home, I sure enough made sure I got one so I can take it along with me. Did they have extension cords there? Yes, they did. However, when you have a class of multiple people and you have like multiple things that need to be plugged in, it is best that you bring your own. I have one that has 6 outlets, and I have some USB outlets as well, just in case you want to charge your phone or whatever. The toggle switch, make sure you have a cord that is at least 10 foot. This one is 15 feet because you don't know the distance. You don't know if you're going to be able to sit next to an outlet, or how far you'll be from it. So at least 10 to 15 feet is ideal. We're up on, again, if you have a knee lift, my main machine does have a knee lift. I did have one installed on my Bernina 350 travel machine. So that was excellent. So I wasn't feeling too out of the sorts because I did feel out of the sorts. I felt like I was out of my sewing realm because I was not in my studio. So I felt kind of funny. So just make sure you have as many conveniences as you need to have to make your stay that much more enjoyable. So the knee lift was one of the things that was important to me to have. Make sure you bring your instruction booklet, please. I say that jokingly, but I'm serious at the same time because I don't use this machine every day. Though it's the same maker, my thread for some reason kept winding under the bobbin. And I was like, why is it happening? We figured it out. One was my thread for paper piecing is a deco bob. It's really, really thin, so you don't want to really feel those bobbins all the way up because what will happen is it'll start going up under the actual bobbin, and that's what kept happening. So I'm glad we were able to figure that out. So I had that, and bring all your feet because you never know what you're going to be working on, and bring extra bobbins and extra thread. I only brought along my paper piecing thread. Like I said, I use Deco Bob for paper piecing. It's like super, super fine. And also bring along regular sewing thread because in this case I needed it and I had to go buy it. But I had to make TPR lines, and that is to help you line up certain spots. Think of it as the notches in garment sewing. So I had needed to line up certain spots on this piece. So yeah, make sure you bring extra regular sewing thread. So that is what I keep in this case. Oh, and of course your presser foot and power cord. Because believe it or not, someone did forget theirs. And it also keep my binder clips in here. I take a ton of binder clips. This is one of the things that Judy suggests that you bring to her retreats. I did have some, and I just put them in a little tub, and I stick them right in here with my sewing machine. Okay, let's see what's going on in the chat and get a drink of water. The next thing, I have this extra big bag. It is a brother, not was, because it still is. I just took the name off of it. Because I don't have a brother sewing machine. I took the name off of it. It had big old brother written down here or embroidered down here on the label, and I took that off. But I do know several people with this bag. Great for bringing along all your fabric and all your notions if you needed a big bag. I had my mlaqquilting embroidered on here so we wouldn't get confused. Again, that was another reason why I took off the big brother sign. And this bag, as you can see, is huge and deep. So you can bring this one along. I did not because I knew that if I was going to buy something, it was going to have to fit into my hand. I did not want to have to buy anything big or like fabric and stuff like that. That was not my purpose for going. My purpose was to learn how to foundation paper piece. Okay, let's go to this bag over here and then we can get into my backpack. I don't know if you can see it. Let me stand up, but this tote right here was given, my good friend gave it to me as a Christmas present. She's another sassy. But in this bag, I carry my Sew Steady table that fits that machine. And I also carry in here my 12-inch wool mat with the Applefuse mat. And I need a trick on how to get all that lint off these wool mats. Because the lint brush didn't work. I also carry my cutting mat, and this one is 18 by 24. And I also carry this cutting mat with the ironing surface just for extra surface space, and to make sure that if I need another iron spot, I do have that little pad. Other than that, I really don't care for that thing. So yeah, I try not to use it, but I do bring it. Now for my bag, my book bag. I love this book bag. Again, I know several people with this book bag, and I had my logo put embroidered on top of it. Woo-hoo. You really would fall right now, wouldn't you? Hold on. There. Okay. Let's bring you back. That is my bag a rolling bag? No, it is not a rolling bag. This one just sits and carries. The reason why I did not get a rolling bag, and the one thing that I do not have in here because it stays in the car, is my portable wagon. I have a wagon that collapses down and opens it back up, and I can load all my stuff in one swoop, put it on that wagon, and take it with me. So I felt the need to not to have the bag itself rolling. And actually, when I bought the machine, I bought it used. This bag came with it, and it wasn't like an option to bring it. However, this bag will also carry my 570 when I go to service. So it's a bag. And I wonder if a rubber squeegee would work. I think, for the getting the fabric off. Yeah, that might. I'm gonna try it. Oh no, my husband came, honey. I don't want to carry this. No, he was my muscle. My husband came. He was my muscle, and I was super duper happy that he did come. But we were able to get it in and out. And my plates on my car is handicapped, so we parked right at the door. And yeah, took full advantage of that too. But this baby is a backpack purchased over at Fat Quarter Shop. Multiple pockets. It has one here on the back, two on the side, and two in the front, and a big deep pocket down the width and length of the bag. Up front here, I have two bobbin cases. Right now they're both empty. They're the same bobbin case. I will fill up some bobbins, and they will all have my paper piecing. I use only one color for paper piecing. Well, I will use, if everything's going to be dark, I will use a darker thread, of course. But right now, this quilt, I'm using a light color thread. So I will fill up some bobbins so I don't have to keep changing them out. I have one for my paper piecing, and I also have one for my regular thread. Oh, and let me jump on the other thing that I forgot to bring. Rulers, and they would have been in this bag right here. My 6 by 6.5 by 18.5 is the one that I love, and a 6.5 by 12.5. those are the two rulers that I would have used if I would have brought them. And yeah, I forgot. But thank goodness the instructor had hers there, and other people had theirs there, of course. So those are two rulers I recommend. And if you're going to do some cutting, or you want to buy fabric and you want to start cutting it right then and there, of course you would need a different ruler for that. Like a square ruler would be very, very helpful. But I knew I was only going there to work on this project and this project alone. I was not going to be tempted. I don't care how much fabric looked so pretty, I was going to resist it, and I did. I was so good. I was so proud of me. Now, notions is my thing, so I didn't do so good on notions, okay? But yeah, anyway, we digress. This pocket down here, I say for any liquids that'll be traveling with me, like my Acorn paper piece in precision. I have the refillable bottle and the glue, the seam glue. I keep those in this pocket in a Ziploc bag so they can stay upright. In this top one, I keep my flower pins in a magnetic bowl. And while I have this magnetic bowl in my hand, well, I had it in my hand, make sure you label your items, because if you don't, they can easily get confused with someone else's, or grow legs and walk, or you leave it behind. It can be returned to you, or try not. I would suggest, even though we love these little labels from Label Maker, but they're easy to be taken off. Just saying. I keep nothing in this back pocket and nothing in the top pocket. So let's go on the inside of this bag. Hey, Courtney. Hey, Shirley. I have my pouch of a whole bunch of things that I keep in a pouch. We'll go through the pouch in just a moment. I keep a pencil organizer in here so I can stand up all of my notions that can be stood up, like my rotary cutters, my wood presses, my glue sticks, and all that kind of stuff goes in here. So I'll set that up at my station, make it look all neat and pretty. I also carry a lint roller because, you know, as quilters, one time you get up, you'll be full of thread. Full of thread. And trust and believe me when I tell you, you're going to get hungry and you're going to want to go out somewhere to eat, and you're going to be covered in thread pieces. I have a personalized wood clapper. This is a small one. It just has my logo, Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, and then MLQ, and then Hugs and Kisses Steph. Now, nobody was going to walk away with this one, okay? Nobody. Yes, Mary said you can put everything in a sealable Ziploc bag. That's what I do. Now I put it right on the side of this bag. I also carry my iron that is not wrapped up very nicely, I see. But I have this Alyssa iron. I also have the steam, is it the steam press iron? It's a little white iron. I love that iron a lot more than I love this iron. I am trying to like this iron. Reason being, the problem that I have is my fingers are too long for this iron, and it's hard for me to grip. Here, see, I'm holding it at a funny angle, and I'm holding it like this, trying to iron. I've seen people hold it like this, and my hand just could not get comfortable on this iron. So with this, is it the steam fast iron? I can just put my hand on top of it and keep it moving. It's not sitting well with this iron. It's important that you have notions or products that work well with you and your body. Unfortunately, this one doesn't. And these things are really, well, this one was free. I got this one free. With gift certificates and stuff like that. And was it did I end up getting it free? It was through Fat Quarter Shop I ended up getting it free. I think I didn't have points. I had some kind of certificate. I can't remember. It could have been all gift certificates, birthday certificates, I think. And it was just not, it just didn't do, it's not giving me life, okay? It's not giving me life. I also have my add a quarter ruler in here. This is the Plus. Love this ruler. Now here I have all the sizes that come in, but just to go to class, I just have this one size. And I also have the Jeannie Meyer 12 wave ruler. This ruler is one of the other rulers that I forgot to bring along with me. It would have helped me so much when it came to cutting her templates, especially those ones with the curves, because I had to do all that by hand and praying that I didn't cut the lines and all that kind of stuff. It was a hot mess. But once I got past like the second one and I had to do like 8 or 9 of them or 12 of them, it got pretty easy. Okay, I'm not gonna try to put all this stuff back in here at the moment. The next thing I have in here is a little small wool mat and my Uno lamp, table lamp. Now I was using this lamp alone and it was not giving me enough light. And I looked around and I saw this lady behind me. She had a sewing machine light and it was giving off all kinds of light. So I did add that one to my sewing machine, and I think this one will come handy. I'll still bring it with me. It will come handy if we're we're trying to sew at night. This will be a great lamp to bring along with me. Oh, and I also have down here my Becca calls it a ninja flower, but it's the large 60 millimeter rotary blade cutter. So I just gotta insert my dull 60 millimeter blade in it. It's the one that looked like a little flower, and I just disassemble it and put it back in its pouch. Okay. And let's talk about my bag of goodies. This part, let me keep this up here. And this little pouch is all my notions, my little hand notions, my goodie bag, okay? Woo. Scotch tape. You always gonna need some scotch tape, especially when you're doing paper pieces, because if you mess up, guess what? You can take the mess back together. And I did some of that, okay? Bring along with you some pens, regular writing pens and pencils, and make sure if it's a mechanical pencil, bring some lead. Oops, sorry. Here is another, this is a marking pen. I like the Soline marking pens, and I get the Soline refills. This little pencil right here. Here is my wood press set. I have the wood press, and I also have the stiletto on one side and the seam ripper on the other. Now, in my opinion, for this particular seam ripper is a little too big for the tiny stitches that you set your machine at for paper piecing. So I have another one which I highly recommend, and I cannot wait to get another because I absolutely love that seam ripper. And this is a wood press. I have a glue stick from Soline, and I have the Repositional glue stick by Scotch. And I got a whole sewing room pack. Yes, I gotta make myself feel like I'm still at home. Paper scissors. Of course, additional rotary blades. I have some magic pens. Well, I bought these. I went and bought like several packs of these when I got them because they were all the craze. But these things are so thin and so fine and easily bendable. So I have a love-hate relationship with them, but I thought they were good enough to bring. And when they go out, I just know not to buy them again. Some little snips, tweezers. I have my scissors, or a little bit bigger scissors, and on a necklace. I keep it, I just rock it like that all the time while I'm there. This is a necklace notion by Sarah Diddy. I have my glue stick refill. I have a couple spools of just regular sewing thread. So these are to make my little TPR lines and stuff like that, or TRP lines. I keep calling them something every time I say them. The lines, the registration lines. Oh, you never know when you need some lip balm, like I do, like I need right now. I have a medium size. No, this one is a large size seam ripper. The one that's on my wood press set is like a medium. And this baby right here, this Bohin, oh my gosh, it is a smaller seam ripper. I know you guys can't see it all the way over there, but it is the bee's knees when it comes to getting out those tiny, and it just retracts right back in on itself. It is great for getting into those tiny stitches. And I use it like a 1.7, between 1.5 and 1.7, and it took those stitches out beautifully. Almost done of my bag of many things. I have the purple thing. They suggested it. I don't know why, but because I have a stiletto, so it didn't matter. Okay, I have several rotary cutters. I have my 60 and my 45. Definitely gotta have those two. Gotta have those two, guys. Gotta have those two. And I have my two smaller ones. I wish they were labeled, because I think this one is a 18 and this one is like a 6 or 8 or something like that. It's super tiny, but it is perfect for if you just need that extra precision. Perfect. And the last thing that's in my little bag of goodies, y'all. And I gotta talk about this one for a hot second, because not a lot of paper pieces use it. I get it. They just believe in a good old iron and calling it the day. Yvette, Renee, and Stephanie Stitches, they love they call it the Magic Juice, this is the Acorn Precision Piecing product. I call it crack, because the mess is that good, okay? It was so good I had to go get a gallon size of it, okay? I love this. And it doesn't only need to be for paper piecing. You put it on your seams, that mess will lay flat, and when you come back a week later, it's still flat. It doesn't puff up, So I love this. How about, okay, the store didn't have it. When I was talking about it, they were like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't know about the crack. And they were like, no, we didn't know. So I called every store over in that area, every quilt shop over in that area. And how about they didn't know what I was talking about either? So maybe it's just a YouTube thing. I don't know. Fat Quarter Shop know about it. But yeah, I was super disappointed. So I didn't have it, and I forgot to bring mine. I was thinking to myself, man, if they would have knew if I had this, I could have made a killing. It was not even all about that, but it was that no one in the class knew what I was talking about. Nobody. I'm like, really? Not even the instructor. What are you talking about? Get this. It will change your life. And yeah, that I had a great time. That stuff it was so funny. We got, of course, with everything you got to deal with different attitudes. Now, this, like I said before, this is not the one that you have to sleep with. When you go to retreats, you need to make sure all the ins and outs of that retreat. Where will you be sleeping? Do you have to have a roommate and all that kind of stuff? Because if you do not, you might be in for a shock. You might not be used to being in a room with someone else. You might not be used to, sleeping in a king size or queen size bed, and you going down to a twin size bed. You could have rolled over and found yourself on the floor. You have to know, you have to know all those things before you go to that retreat, so you can not only mentally prepare, physically prepare, and make sure you have all your stuff that you need to bring. I mean, snacks. Now, honey, they brought snacks galore, and I'm like, this is all junk food. Before I started on this journey, this health journey, care journey, I was all about the snacks. But dang, it was nothing but snacks. I'm not one healthy snack in the bunch. Hey, Kim. So, yeah, I was not happy about that. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I love my little rotary cutters. Yes. So, hey, Maddie. Hey, hey. But yes, hey, Tracy. Thank you guys for all coming. But yeah, it was so fun. I had a great time. I had a great time. There was just one. I'm not into anime. I don't. I mean, I just know. I'm not gonna call it a cartoon because they get offended. It's anime. I'm like, okay, back in my days, it like a cartoon, so it was a cartoon. They had an anime fair going on, so they were out there, and they were all in costume. It was amazing to see. I enjoyed it. It creeped out everybody else, and I thought it was pretty cool. But then this lady came in there. She had tore off her heel on her shoe, and she was like, "Don't anybody have anything? Anybody have anything to sew my heel with?" So my thing, my the sole of her shoe, it was it was flapping. So we gave her some painter's tape, and she walked out of there with painter tape rolled up all around her boot. But did you think this stopped her? No, it did not. So please go on your retreat. Don't let nothing stop you from being who you are. Have an amazing time. Bring your stuff. Bring whatever makes you happy, and just go to have a good time. You're gonna meet new people. Try to bring they know they were handing out the little paper things where you can write your name on a little badge. But if you have one, to represent your guild or whatever, bring it. Bring it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, you get to meet a whole bunch of different people. Let's see what the chat say before we get ready to close. But yes. So I wanted to share. Hi, Scratchins. I just wanted to share those things with you about what to take. And oh, Monkey Mary just brought something up. I like to take slippers. Yes, let me touch on that. This lady stayed in her pajamas the whole time. She said she was gonna be comfortable. She had a great time, and I'm like, now if we were in a place where we could have came be like 24 hours, you can come down and sew anytime you want to. Oh, you better believe I would have been in my PJs too. And I mean, you talk. She had a different pair of slippers for every day, and they were just so cute. These were one I know she made because I have never seen slippers with with a big old scissor on the top. I never seen it. I was like, and a big old spool of thread on the other side. It looked like dog toys that was sewn on to her house shoes. But it was really cool. It was so neat. And yeah, stay in your pajamas if you want to. Be comfortable. And bring a chair if you can. If you're flying all that kind of stuff, it's not gonna work. Or bring a pad. Oh, day two, hunty. That chair was not made for all this up in here, okay? Because you need to make sure your back is supported right. You need to make sure your butt is supported right. And I was like, what in the heck is going on? We was playing musical chairs, and it was just, it was not. It make yourself comfortable. Bring those things. What else did somebody else bring? Oh, if you have problems with your wrist and all that kind of stuff, she had a neck brace on for her neck. I'm like, you know what? I need one of those because of my shoulders. Yeah, so bring all those things because you know you're gonna be sitting a while and chit chatting and talking away and having a good time. So bring those things. Yeah, I was going around. I was going around seeing what everybody had on the table. I was being nosy. I was like, oh, that's good. Oh, and one of these tables that they made into like a ironing pad because that's extra table space. You only get one. Well, day one I cheated because it wasn't full on that day. It was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, not as many people showed up. They came a little later, or they came on Saturday and stayed Saturday and Sunday. So on Friday, I had two tables, but I had to surrender it, that second table because the next day we were at full capacity. But yeah, bring extra table space if you can. That'll be awesome. Yeah, folding chairs stick, and even though it was real, those chairs were not folding chairs. They had a little cushion in it, but honey, they look like them cushion. That cushion had been out them chairs. That cushion had been out them chairs for some years, honey. I don't know where they got them chairs from. She said, a captain like Mr. Roper. Yep. What's the matter, buddy? Oh, you want to go outside? Okay, okay. Let's see. That's why you need that multiple plug-in outlet so you can plug in your ironing machine and your heating pad. Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to let you guys know. Oh, Vincent. Oh, did you have? Oh, he wanted me to tell you if you don't want me to tell your business. You want me to tell your business? Can I tell it? Can I tell it? He was not happy. Oh, you don't want me to tell it. He was not happy when it came to us having to board him. He's getting groomed on Friday, so you can excuse his little fluffiness. He looks so cute on Friday. I'll let y'all see him. So make sure y'all look at him now because he look a hot mess. Yeah, he was stayed. We boarded him, and this time he came home injured. So he was not a happy camper. I wasn't a happy camper. Right, right. He didn't like it. Him didn't like it. He was so mad. He said, I was so ready to get out of there. But they said he did really, really good. They said that maybe next time bring authorize for him to have a sedative. He was driving him nuts. He need come on, he need a sedative. I said he is not coming back there. Okay. So I'm gonna try to find a pet sitter for him. But I don't think my husband is too keen on letting somebody else come into our home. So you've been waterling in the grass. So yeah, that is it. So if you have little ones, forth them with people that you truly trust, and know that they'll be well taken care of and come back to you all in one piece and not missing a chunk of his fall. Guys, until the next live, you guys have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. I just wanted to come and share with you some things that I thought were helpful when you go on a retreat. Until, let me see, make sure that no one else is saying anything. Ms. Topaz says she keep her heating pad in her sewing room. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, guys. See you next time. Bye. You ready to go outside? You little